So, dear friends, uh, actually, yes. So, good afternoon, one and all. Here in the syllabus, the English story of a dream can refers to different prose lesson depending on the year or stream. Okay. So here we'll discuss about the author introduction and the short summary, themes and title significance and all. Okay. Ah. So here a story of dream is a short prose piece written by R.K. Narayan, one of the most celebrated Indian writer in English. The lesson reflects Narayan's simple style, gentle humor, and a deep insight into human psychology. The story is about a dream experienced by the narrator which appears extremely real and meaningful in the dream. The narrator feels that he is living in the different situation where everything seems clear, orderly, and purposeful. Unlike ordinary dreams that fade quickly, these dreams leave a strong emotional impact on him even after waking up. Okay, so you know well R.K. Narayan's okay. He's a great okay writer, I could say. So one of he has written Swami and Friends, okay, and some other books also. Okay, Swami and Friends, and what are the other books? Okay, so here we have a story of a dream which is written by R.K. Narayan. The story of a dream is a short prose piece written by R.K. Narayan, one of the most celebrated Indian writers in English. The lesson reflects Narayan's simple style. He wrote in a very simple style. Okay. He didn't even use jargons. It means very difficult words in his writing because see, we know the simple words and very difficult words also, which we others can't understand. So the ultimate meaning, if you write, if you use very standard English or if you use simple English, the main purpose of our writings are to understand by the readers the information, okay, the motto, or the moral or the meaning. It should reach to the audience or the readers. That's it. So he gentle humor and a deep insight into human psychology. The story is about a dream experienced by the narrator, which appears extremely real and meaningful in the dream. The narrator feels that he is living in a different situation where everything seems clear, orderly, and purposeful, unlike ordinary dreams that fade quickly. These dreams leave a strong emotional impact on him even after waking up. So, even we might have, you might have experienced, sometimes will dream. Okay, will even I dreamt many times. You might have even dreaming or dreamt. Okay, so what I'm saying here, we feel like whether it is going to take place in our life really or what. And there is a say in our Indian context about the early morning, early in the morning, if we get a dream or if we dreamt, then our forefathers like grandma and all, they used to say like early morning desires will become real. So it plays. So Arkan says here, it leaves a strong emotional impact on him even after waking up. Though this dream, Narayan explores contrast between dream and reality. So Narayan, R.K. Narayan, what he says with this dream, explores the contrast between dream and reality. Okay. Um, the dream represents a world of peace, clarity, and fulfillment. Okay. Um, fulfillment. Okay. While real life is full of confusion, struggle, and dissatisfaction, the narrator feels happier, the more confident in the dream than in his working life. This shows how dreams often reflects our hidden desires and inner wishes. Okay. The story also highlights the power of human mind. Narayan suggests that dreams are not meaningless. They often reveal truth that we fail to recognize in real life. The dreams make the narrator question the nature of reality and wonder whether life itself is another kind of dream. Narayan's language is simple, lucid, and realistic, which makes the story easy to understand and relatable. There is no complex plot, but the psychological depth given in the story with strength. So, in conclusion, what I want to say, I'll give you the summary points also for your revision if you pay attention here. Um, the story of dream is a thoughtful piece that shows how dream can influence human emotions, and thinking. It conveys the idea that dreams reflect our inner world and sometimes appear more meaningful than reality itself. Okay, so here the story of dream The story of dream is written by R.K. Narayan. The lesson is based on a dream experienced by the narrator. The dream appears very real and meaningful, not like an ordinary dream. In the dream, the narrator feels happy, confident, and satisfied. The dream world is shown as orderly and peaceful, unlike real life. After waking up, the narrator remembers the dream clarity. The dream creates a strong emotional impact on him. The story shows the contrast between dream and reality. It makes the reader think about the nature of reality and illusion. The lesson conveys that dream can sometimes feel more meaningful than real life. Here, the nature of dream is okay. The central idea of the story is the story reveals a round and dream experience by the narrator, which feels extremely vivid and realistic. The dream is not treated as a meaningless event, but as an experience with deep emotional and psychological significance. Nature of the dream. The dream appears clear, organized, and meaningful, unlike normal dreams that are often confused and forgotten. The narrator feels completely involved in the dream as if it were real life. Emotional impact on the narrator. Even after waking up, the narrator continues to feel the strong emotional effect of the dream. It influences his thoughts and mood, showing that dreams can have a lasting impact on human emotions. Contrast between dream and reality. Narayan presents a clear contrast between the peaceful, peaceful world of the dream and the confusing, stressful nature of real life. In the dream, the narrator experiences happiness and confidence, mm, which, uh, which which are missing in his waking life. Dream is a reflection of inner desires. Okay, then we'll see the next next kitchen. Yeah, here kitchen is about and we'll see tree and the sage also. Here, author introduction is Kamala Das is well-known Indian English poet. She is famous for her bold writing, feminist voice, and honest portrayal of women's inner emotions. Her poems often focus on marriage, love, loneliness, and the uh, superstition of women in male dominated society. I'll explain here in elaborated way. The poem Kitchen presents the poem Kitchen presents the kitchen as a symbol of women confinement and operation. Okay, Traditionally, the kitchen is considered a woman's space, but Kamalada shows it's a place of silence, routine, and emotional suffocation rather than comfort. In the poem, the kitchen represents the restricted life of a married woman. She spends most of her time cooking and serving others, while her own desires and individuality are ignored. The repetitive nature of kitchen work reflects the monotony and boredom in life. The poet suggests that the woman's identity is reduced to household duties. She has no freedom to express herself or pursue her dreams. The kitchen becomes a symbol of patriarchy where women are expected to obey and serve, remain silent. Kamala Das also highlighted the emotional isolation of women. Though surrounded by family, the woman feels uh, unrecognized. The kitchen separate. So here we have very less time and another one, two, three slides are there to explain. I'll explain to you. The Kamalas also highlighted the emotional isolations of women. Those surrounded by family, the woman feels lonely and unrecognized. The kitchen separates her from the outside world and limits her growth as individual. Okay. The poem strongly criticizes the traditional role imposed on women and questions why women are confined only to domestic spaces. Though simple language and powerful imaginary, okay, or imagery, Kamala Das gives voice to the suppressed feeling of women. Then we'll see here tree and the sage. Okay, tree and the meanwhile, we'll see it in conclusion of about the Kamala Das poem. The Kitchen is a powerful feminist poem that exposes the silent suffering of women trapped in domestic roles. Kamala Das uses the kitchen as a metaphor to protest against the social injustice and to demand freedom and identity for women. Okay. So here we'll see same again the tree and the sage. The tree and the sage is a short prose piece by R.K. Narayan, a prominent Indian English writer known for his simple style, gentle humor, and a moral insight. The story is based on a traditional setting and highlights human weakness such as pride, ignorance, and blind faith. The story revolves around the three men who approach a sage to test his wisdom. Each of three men believes himself to intelligent and tries to prove the sage wrong. Their question and behavior show their arrogance and lack of true understanding. The sage listens patiently to their questions and responds uh, calmly. Instead of arguing or showing anger, he answered them with wisdom, simplicity, and presence of mind through his replies. The sage exposes the foolishness of The three men, without insulting them, okay, the three men fail to understand the deeper meaning of the sage words. They focus only on surface level logic and miss the wisdom behind his answer. This shows that true knowledge comes with humility, not pride. Okay. R.K. Narayan uses the story to contrast true wisdom and false intelligence. The sage represents a real knowledge, patience, and the experience, while the three men represent ego and superficial learning. The story also reflects Indian philosophical thought where wisdom is valued more than clever arguments. The language of the story is simple and conversational, making it easy to understand. The narrative is brief, but it carries a strong moral lesson. In conclusion, the three and sage teacher that wisdom lies in humility, patience and understanding, and arrogance and pride prevent people from learning the truth. Okay. This is about today's class. In the next class, we'll see introduction to Indian drama tomorrow. Silence the court is in session one. Silence the court is in session two. That will see tomorrow. Then coming days, block fourth, that is introduction to the Kavya tradition, okay, in India. Then Samskara 1, Samskara 2. Then block 5 will see um, Sadat Hassan Manto on Isma translations and Shobana Bhattacharya and Uma Prasad Mukhopadhyaya, that will see. Then Mani Mahesh translation, that is Sanjukta Das Gupta, that will see. And actually, I can't see, I even didn't see anybody in the class. So in the next class, you try to join. Okay. If you join, we can have good discussion. See, teaching alone, it become monotonous. But if you join in the class, then I feel interesting and will discuss each other. Okay, about the three and the sages and what was the another one? Kamala Das, the kitchen. So I thought of asking a few questions with you, like how were your days or your mother days, grandmother days, and how drastically it's changing. How women came out to work, okay, as men, and sharing the roles and upholding the higher positions, okay, and also they are becoming stakeholders, decision makers, okay, policy makers. They are everywhere, okay. For example, we could see many players, okay, and what I can say, many players are there. Also, politicians are there, okay, ministers are there, doctors are there. They are everywhere now. That's a boon actually for India. Okay, that's the thing. Then introduction to the Indian drama. That also, if possible, we'll see. We have time, so we'll see the this match. The Ismaj Chugatai was renowned Indian Urdu writer and a strong voice of feminist literature. He was born in 1915 and was closely associated with progressive writers movement being broadly exposed to the realist home lives under inequality and social hypocrisy in Indian society. Isma Chugtai is known for her realistic, fearless, and unconventional style. She focused on themes such as female sexuality, operation, class differences, and patriarchy, which were considered controversial during her time because of her. Isma Chugtai is known for his realistic, fearless, and unconventional style. She focused on themes such as female sexuality, marriage operation, class differences, and patriarchy, which were considered controversial during her time because of her bold ideas. Some of her works even faced censorship and criticism. Her stories given voice for suppressed women and challenge traditional social norms. Ismat Chugdai occupies an important place in Indian literature for her contribution. So, dear friends, we were, I stopped here. But stories give voice to suppress women and challenge traditional social norms. Ismat Chugtai occupies an important place in Indian literature for her contribution to women's empowerment and the social realism. Okay, so in the tomorrow's class, we'll see other things. Okay, what are the things? Yes. So coming classes, we'll discuss about the introduction to the Kavya tradition and silence the court in the session, silence in the court in the session too. These are the things we have to cover, and the samskaras are there that we'll see. Thank you. Have a great day.